is able to hear me, is because I want to talk a little bit about the book. And when I say the book that I have written, and I've been posting a lot about the book, as you all know. So with I'll wait for some time and see if anybody joins this live. It's very sudden because I have not informed anyone on LinkedIn, and I just came, and I thought, why not give a surprise, and why not do at least a sneak peek of what building multimodal generative AI and agentic application is all about. I've been saying that it's going to shape your agentic AI journey from concept to code for future, and there are advanced Gen AI implementations. So, having said that, I want to really talk about chapter 1. I'm going to make a separate YouTube video on that. I will upload the YouTube video. And that's the main intention. Everybody get to know this. Please feel free to share it, share this video, share the YouTube links that I've shared. And if you have got the book, thumbs up to you. If you have not got the book, please go ahead and buy. It is available on Amazon. Don't forget to give the ratings. That will really motivate me to write the next one. I'm thinking of writing something, and I'm in talks with various publishers as well. Having said that, I'll just give 30 seconds to see if others they join, and I'll just go to my own LinkedIn account. Let's see. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, I know it's quite unexpected, and not many would not know. Yeah, I am live. I can see myself and got one thumbs up as well. Great. You can stay with me because I'm going to take you through the journey. I've already made a video about it in YouTube. It's already uploaded, and it talks about what is this book all about. And the publisher is also going to post a video shortly. Having said that, this chapter 1, and I have been posting a lot about this book because I really want you guys to go ahead and get the Kindle version or the hard copy. And I'll give you a virtual signature. There are definitely discounts available. So feel free to go ahead and buy this book. If you like, you don't like, give me a shout out. I'll see what best can be done in the version 2. Having said that, let's deep dive and understand what is chapter 1 all about. Now, chapter 1 for any book are the key building blocks. So it will talk about the modern Gen AI system. Now, in my previous book, so I just want to take a step back and talk about the previous book. The previous book was all about building generative AI system which were from not the new generation. So how I look into it, there are Gen 1 generative AI and Gen 2. Gen 2 are large language models. Gen 2 are the diffusion models. And Gen 1 are the VAEs, GANs, autoencoders. So if you want to know about them, please buy that book. It's one of the bestseller. That's also there in Amazon. But let's come to this book. As I was talking about, what is chapter 1? So chapter 1 is all about building block. Now I will deep dive into the building blocks. Now I talk about generation system, I talk about retrieval systems, I talk about agentic systems, I talk about guardrails, how to build safe AI models. I also touch upon model context protocol. It's all will help you to go ahead and build your fundamentals. I think many of us are strong in these fundamentals. However, take it as a review, take it as a sneak peek that, just go through this, learn it. Having said that, let's deep dive a little into chapter one. So, chapter one talks about in terms of after I have introduced generative AI or Gen 2, or the new age generative AI, I call it as well, I start by going into retrieval systems. Okay. Now, retrieval systems, and I speak specifically about sparse retrieval and dense retrieval, when to apply sparse retrieval, when to apply dense retrieval. Um, then I talk about generation systems. Now, types of generation system. I also talk about auto-regressive generation. Um, some prompting strategies. I talk about prompting strategies. That's important. That's very important. Um, uh, After I've completed these two, retrieval and generation, I move to combining retrieval and generation. See, understand one thing, not every system needs generation. You can have the retrieval and you can have an autonomous pipeline running at the background, no generation required. Okay. Similarly, you can have only generation and retrieval is not required. So vice versa. Now, having said that, how to combine retrieval systems and generation systems, followed by RAG, uh, the 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 one and only RAG, how RAG works, basic architecture of RAG, and it's only on basic architecture, types of RAGs, touch upon how iterative RAGs work. I talk about vector databases. I've used Quadrant a lot. I've used 𝗚𝗵𝗽𝗁, what is prompt engineering in RAG? I again touch upon that. What are advanced RAG techniques and application of RAG? When to apply RAG? Where to apply RAG? So that's what I talk. I'll just pause and check once again what's going on LinkedIn. Just give me a second here. Okay, I am 7 minutes live, and it looks like it's going on. So let's see. Right. Okay, and just give me a second. Okay, I see two people live. Unfortunately, you guys can't comment. If you want, I have reposted this live stream. Go ahead and comment on the LinkedIn post that I just reposted. If you have any questions, put it there. Now, talking about, so I was talking about RAG. Now, from there, I move on to orchestration. Okay. So many people ask me, what is orchestration? When I was giving a lecture in a college, they asked me, what is orchestration? So I thought it is needed, right? Everybody knows that it is needed. Now, what is orchestration in RAG and how is it different from orchestration in agentic system? That's where I touch upon agentic systems. Okay. And followed by very important chapter, tokens. Because we build system, we forget that when you go to production, every token has a cost associated with it, isn't it? That's why the new tune thing has come, which actually does a lot of token compression. Having said that, I go ahead and look into the illustrations. Those illustrations will give you a lot of idea how this how this tokenization tokens they are generated, what are token IDs. So I talk about a lot in my book. I really have you will get a understanding, a foundation, a fundamental understanding of your foundation would be strong if you read how tokenization really works. Followed by vector databases, understanding vector databases. It's very important that in a generative system, I'm not saying it's mandatory to have vector databases. It's very important to know because most of the time you will end up using it. And I have used Quadrant, as I said, a lot. I've used 𝗲𝘗𝗄 a lot. Now, in vector databases, I've written about how to do indexing. What are the types of indexing? What are search algorithms? And what is embedding, and what are embedding models, and how many embedding models are there, and importance of vector databases. That's something that I've spoken about. Now, to shift gear, people I have seen, they do build very good rack system, but they forget to make it a two-stage rack. See, when Gen AI systems, or let's focus on retrieval systems, I would suggest to have always make it a two-stage. And that comes a concept called re-ranking. Now, the re-ranking concept is taken from recommendation engines. So page number 23, if I'm not wrong, talks about re-ranking. And in re-ranking, it talks about bi-encoders versus cross-encoders and when to apply cross-encoders for re-ranking. Okay, so that's something interesting that you will find in chapter 1, followed by types of guardrails, because we know when there is an open Gen AI system, we can penetrate, we can ask it anything if it's not behind input and output guardrails. So how it behaves without a guardrail and how it should behave with a guardrail, I've explained. Followed by what are some industry examples. These are, some of the industry examples that I have done myself. So that's my Google Home. So Google Home, I'm not saying anything, just keep quiet for the time being. It got activated somehow. Yeah. So I have a smart home at home, and somehow I have contributed myself as well. There are smart lights, smart fans. So yeah, some other day, this topic I will talk about. Okay, now coming to after guardrails, I've gone into agents. I've spoken about agentic RAG versus non-agentic RAG, and I've touched upon model context protocols. I've just touched upon it. I've not explained much. I've just taken or I've written the concepts. What is this model context protocol? How you can use it? All those things are mentioned there. I have also spoken about chain of thoughts. I've spoken about a very crucial thing called GPU planning. So every system that you build, you need to plan, will it run on GPU, and what would be the GPU consumption? So that is something I have spoken about. I've also spoken about DPR or deep passage retrievals, and how they're related to retrieval systems. And there are good illustrations there that I have really hand drawn it on PowerPoint. And I talk about large action models, large language models, all fundamentals, guys. Understand, folks, it's all fundamentals. I touch upon audio generation, image generation, diffusion, and I was talking about, right, how the text comes in, how it gets converted token, how it gets converted in token IDs, how it goes to a large language model, what are temperatures, what are top K sampling, or top P as in Papa, P sampling. In prompt strategies, I will not touch upon much, but go ahead and read. It's just, again, I touched upon prompt strategies, that's all. And apart from that, if I recall, I talk about a lot of orchestration, as I already mentioned previously. And I also talk about, if I'm not wrong, I set the stage for the second chapter almost at the end, and what you can expect from the second chapter. I will also make a video out of it on YouTube for all the chapters, at least the sneak peek. It can guide you when you are buying this book. Do buy it; it's worth investing. I spoke about NVIDIA NeMo guardrail because that's something we have actually implemented in one of the largest media for one of the largest media customer. So that's something where I have written in the book as well. I speak about multi-agent systems, as I already said, and also I touch upon structured query language as well. So yeah, that's about the chapter one. Feel free to comment on the post if you have any questions. As I already posted that I will be uploading the code so that you can build your own system. That's a reference code again. However, it's strong enough. It will give you, it will make your foundation very strong. Okay. So that's it. Signing off for today. Again, I will come up with chapter 2. I'll speak about it, and feel free to comment, share. That motivates me to make more videos. Buy the book. That will motivate me to write. And thank you to all the 16,000 followers. Means a lot. Thank you. Have a great evening wherever you are.